everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast. Coming at you we're going into what is week 16 already,
week
man.
16.
God, that makes me sad.
Way too fast.
There's only 3 more weeks in the regular season, which means playoff spots are getting clinched. Teams are getting eliminated. It is time. You're either looking at mock drafts or you're looking at playoff scenarios. You're doing one of those two things at this point in time. Colin. Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Goldfine & Bowles, Lawyers for the Injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their 2 things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PlaybookSports on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video. One of the worst Sundays you've ever had, truthfully. Take us through it.
Yeah, lost basically every bet I put on until Sunday night. Sunday night just won all the coin back, but lost every bet I put on. Cowboys just stood no chance. Lost my 2 fantasy leagues I made the playoffs in the first round, so therefore I don't have to worry about fantasy.
True,
so.
done.
Which I will say, this year for fantasy was probably the least I've paid attention to it.
Really?
Surprisingly.
Wow.
I don't know if like gambling actually like just overtook my fix of fantasy football, but yeah, tough Sunday for sure.
Tough Sunday.
Sunday.
And then just the bet on the under of the Arizona-San Fran game, everything was going wrong.
It's like if they score here, I'm in shambles, and then they score and I live bet it again, and they scored another touchdown. It's like San Fran's up 13 with like 3 minutes left, like driving like they're down 4 in the Super Bowl, and it's like, guys,
all starters
please relax. Purdy's throwing back shoulders to Debo for touchdowns. I was like, guys,
McCaffrey's running hard.
It's like, please, but
pump the brakes.
Tough Sunday.
That's all right, but we put it in the rearview mirror and we move. Addison. That was tough.
Yeah, I was like, speaking of a tough Sunday, man.
Tough
Bears
Sunday.
collapse.
Oh my gosh. I had a graphic, and I mentioned it to you earlier about the Bears. First team, I think, maybe in NFL history to lose 3 games where they had a 90-plus chance of victory at some point in all 3 of those games. That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. Most in a season in NFL history, Bears have lost 3 games this season where they had a 10-plus point lead in the fourth quarter. That's tied for most in a season in NFL history. Oh, my God, dude.
Can't capitalize on being in a good position, and as much as I didn't dislike the idea of keeping Eberflus around, I think this one solidified it. It's just maybe things were getting right, and then nope, same old. Just showing his ways, and it's just not being able to finish a game and play like you want to win. And I know a couple of things didn't go the way the Bears wanted them to. Obviously, Tunyon drop. Mooney literally in the end zone at the end of the game, Hail Mary.
In his hands.
That would have been wicked. That would have given Bears so much momentum for the rest of the year, too. Just all the bullshit and then come back with that. But instead, I think that's the nail in the coffin for Eberflus. I think Fields has played his way into next year.
Man.
I think so.
I think it'd be silly to give up on him and watch him go crush it somewhere else.
Please. If we do that, I'm going to be disappointed, but let's get rid of Flus. I think this showed it.
Yeah, I think you go get an offensive-minded guy. You've got the pieces on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Go get an offensive-minded guy, get the offense just humming next year, and then we go.
Yeah.
And then we go. Because you got another year of Fields on a rookie contract plus a 5th-year option.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got some time. And everyone's like, you got to restart the rookie. No, you don't. Why would you do that? Because you don't know if this rookie quarterback's going to be good.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams could be great, or he could be a bust, man. You never know.
If you keep Flus, it's like what? So if Williams has to be immediately better than Fields right now. Because if
That's
not, you
unlikely.
take a step back with the coach that you're keeping around and trying to win now. It's like, so that makes no sense. Yeah.
No, this is all shaping up for the New England Patriots to get Caleb Williams at pick number 2 because the Bears are going to take Maserati Marv at number 1.
Yep.
And I would not hate that for the Bears. I would love that. Go get an alpha receiver with DJ Moore, man.
Yeah. See, if it comes down to a trade down, that's just the heartbreaker. It's like, do we trade down too far and not get him?
Get him, right. That's the scary part. Because I think your tackles are fine.
Yeah, no,
there are some good offensive tackles.
Love it.
Right? And Braxton Jones has been very, very good.
Yeah.
Like, they were not the problem against the Browns.
No. I mean, Braxton Jones had a penalty to start the year. That was his only problem. He got hurt, came back. He's cleared that up. It's like he looks like a guy that a 5th-round pick could be a left tackle for 7 years, for the Bears.
Right.
So
he's looked good. But you'll get a true alpha receiver like Marvin Harrison, maybe. Oh,
come on.
I love it. And then you guys saw the Dolphins recap video I put out. Damn, did that feel good.
Yeah, nice
real
bounce back.
Fastest segment of all time, where they were right, where they were wrong last week.
Oh,
Addison, keep the points. Don't want them. JETS. Moneyline, end of segment. I love putting that in the video. I was cracking up as I did that. Good times. All right. Last week, pick records not pretty on this panel.
No.
Nobody went above 500. That's probably a first. Me and Sage both went 7-8-1. Bobby and Colin both went 6-9-1. Nice.
Nice.
Weird. And then Addison bringing up the rear at 5, 10, and 1.
Rough week.
So I've got a 2-game lead on Sage for first, and then Sage is in second. Bobby's in third over Addison by a game and a half, and then Addison, and then Colin 6 games behind Addison. So that's getting tight there.
I cannot come in last. Man. First to last, please no. Please no.
First to last.
Come
I'm going
on.
first to first.
Come on.
Couple
Colin
weeks
makes a
left.
comeback. 3
3
weeks.
weeks left. I'm
And
going
it's
crazy.
all close. We
I'm
are
crazy.
all within. I mean, I'm only ahead of Colin by 13 big games.
Outrageous take. I'm missing 5 games next 3 weeks.
Total?
Yep.
Oh,
Come on.
write it down.
It's 1
5
week, man.
total
It's gonna be
games.
1 week, man. It's gonna be the new games.
Holy
The
shit.
new games. This is the first
New
5
games
games
this
this
week.
week.
I'm before Sunday. I'm gonna have 3 L's.
I'm missing them all on Saturday. Oh, shit. Mortal Locks last week. Also, I think we went 3-2 as a group. Addison had Atlanta -3.
Dude,
Sorry,
dicks,
buddy.
Man, they're dicks.
They're bad. Thank
Arthur
God
Smith
doesn't
gotta
really
go.
I don't
Gotta go.
understand. It's just
Gotta
not that
go.
hard to give the ball to your best players. How many touches? Like Bijan Robinson
He
was
doesn't
negative
want to get
fantasy
him injured,
points.
man. He doesn't want to get him injured.
What are you saving them for, dude? Oh my God, it's crazy. I don't understand that. I feel like coaching, he makes it so much harder than it should be. Just give him the ball. Just give him the ball, Arthur. Me and Sage were both on Cincinnati -2.5. That was a sweat. Came down to a overtime field goal to win
Yeah.
by 3.
Hall of Fame.
God bless him. And then we also had Colin Bills -1.5. That was pretty sweat-free, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was free.
I like the bet hedge of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bills in our picks and the Mortal Lock, and if they win, all right, fine, I get a Mortal Lock pick, because you are in first in Mortal Locks at 9-4-2. Pretty
Damn
solid. And then our other one was Bobby under 42.5 in Indianapolis, and Pittsburgh, they scored 43. Got him by the hook, baby.
Love that.
Brutal.
Ba-ba.
That is why the books just know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do they know? 42.5, it's either going to be 41 or 43. That's unbelievable. Colin Locks last week, 2-2-1. Patriots money line was a big.
That was a long shot.
reach. That was a reach.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
appreciate
it
it.
had
That was
hope.
kind of a heat check.
It had
Was
hope
it,
throughout the
it
game.
did have hope, man. The Chiefs just continue to not put teams away. And then your money line parlay also didn't work because of the
Philadelphia.
Eagles choking it.
Mm.
Man, how did they lose that game?
If you told me with all the injury or illness questions at quarterback for both teams, Geno, Jalen,
Mhm.
that it would be Jalen Hurts against Drew Lock.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
3-3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great week.
Eagles money line
So
check.
just the Patriots money, that was a long shot as the one loss. Like, I'm not
Right.
even mad at that.
No, that's
loss.
fine.
yeah.
You expect that one. And then the
It's
Cleveland
tough.
-3 pushed.
Yeah,
They
that's
won
tough
by
as
3,
well.
but then Cincy -2.5, Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Atlanta, Carolina under 34 was the freest money of the
Freest,
weekend.
yeah.
Freest money.
You might see a trend in Panthers under, so let's just put it
Yeah,
that way.
right. Absolutely. I don't know who did they play this weekend.
Atlanta unders too. Shit.
Yeah, and Atlanta unders,
They
honestly.
play the Packers and Carolina.
Under. And yeah, under in Falcons games too. I mean, how many games have they had where they lose and they haven't scored 10 points? I mean, my God.
yeah, it's horrendous.
It's bad.
Arthur
It's
Smith,
real bad.
gotta go.
Yeah, I think he's got to go, man. He's bad. Alrighty. Let's jump into going into week 16 power rankings. I'll start us off here, and we'll go Colin and then Addison to bring us home. I'm going to start at the top again because it's unchanged. It's San Francisco at 1. It has to be. I mean, they won. They covered. They just look they're at that point again where they look unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
They lost those 3 games in the middle of the season. Thank God they did because they could be undefeated right now. They look very, very good. If they're fully healthy, which they are right now, they are a tough team
Watch out.
to beat, man.
Yeah, best of luck. Like, I hear people say it on TV all the time. Like, you would have to catch San Francisco playing their worst game
And
of
you'd
the
have to
year,
play your
and you'd have
best.
to play your best, and maybe then
Yeah.
still
You might
not
beat
win.
'em.
And it's-
There was like odds for
That's insane.
I saw this graphic and it was odds to win the Super Bowl of AFC teams, and all of the top 5 AFC teams that have odds to win the Super Bowl only counts for 35%, which means I think that 65% is probably San Francisco. Like they're at this point where it's flip a coin.
Yeah.
San Francisco wins the Super Bowl, they don't win the Super Bowl. How will they choke? I'm excited to find out. Number 2, I'm moving them back up. Baltimore. They reclaimed the number 2 spot. An impressive performance over a reeling Jacksonville Jaguars with 3 straight L's now. Jags offense only scored 7 points at home, and they had how many turnovers in the red zone? I mean, at least 1 or 2 where Lawrence just dropped the football, fumbled. Like they felt like they were in control of that game in the first half, and they couldn't do anything. Lamar Jackson's an absolute magician in the pocket too. He is so hard to bring down. How many times were they like, sack, oh no, he's out of it, and he's throwing it downfield to fucking Isaiah Likely, who's going up over 2
Going
dudes and
crazy
pulling
right
it down. That's unbelievable. Mark Andrews, who?
Yeah.
We're fine. We're cruising. They've won, I think, 4 in a row. They're looking good. That is going to be such a fun game Monday night, man. Merry Christmas to the NFL.
Right.
Holy. Number 3, Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
It's the power rankings. This isn't the standings. If you want the standings, go pick up your local New York Times or your local newspaper. They're in there. These are the power rankings. Who I think would beat who right now. And right now, Buffalo looks unbelievable. Now, if they play that game in Dallas, is that the same outcome? I don't think so. Dallas is, and we'll get more into this later, unstoppable at home.
Yeah.
But stoppable on the road. And Buffalo is playing some unbelievably inspired football right now. They're riding that roller coaster. You said it last week. I think they're getting to the peak of the roller coaster. Their arms are up. They're about to scream as they come down, but they are riding high right now. And it is a little bit scary that maybe they've figured out somewhat of a run game. And maybe if Josh Allen doesn't have to do everything, that's a scary thing. That is a very scary thing. They looked very, very good against my second best team in the NFL last week in Dallas. Good job, Buffalo. You're riding high right now. Well done. Number 4, up one spot from last week. Miami Dolphins, baby. They're done. Dolphins are dead. Tua can't play without Tyreek. We're screwed. He can't do anything without Tyreek, right? 30-0. Suck it, Jets. 30-0. We can put all of the stories of last year of how, the Dolphins, doesn't matter if you have Tua, we're still going to beat you. Wrong. He's 6-0 against the Jets when he plays them. 5-0 against the Jets, 5-0 against the Patriots. Hasn't lost to either team. Robert Saleh, you're done. We ended Aaron Rodgers' season, which we knew he wasn't going to play anyways. Yeah. It was literally all for show. We knew he wasn't going to play. Jets are bad. Terrible offense, terrible defense. Felt really good. Fun game for me. Number 5, Dallas Cowboys. Still hanging out in the top 5. They're still 10-4. They could still win their division. It would be tough now because they need Philly to lose again based on some weird tiebreaker that I honestly don't even know. Strength of victory, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to keep Dallas here at 5. Ahead of my honorable mention, the Philadelphia Eagles, hanging on by a prayer. They're just lucky some other teams didn't look very good. Like, Detroit finally looked good, but they've looked bad. Cleveland should have lost to the Bears. Like, let's call it what it was. Cleveland should have lost to the Bears. I've said that at least 4 times this year, where the Bears should have beaten them. Unbelievable. Jacksonville obviously is just absolutely tanking right now. The Chiefs, again, failed to really put away the New England Patriots with Mahomes throwing 2 interceptions, looking very mortal. Kadarius Toney handing a ball to a defense. You have got to get him off the field. How could Patrick Mahomes ever trust him with anything? Those are my 6 teams right now that I think any of these 6 teams could win the Super Bowl. I truly believe. San Francisco, Baltimore, Buffalo, Miami, Dallas, Philly. Any of those 6 I think could win the Super Bowl. Those are my top 6 right now. Colin.
Yeah, I'll start at the top like you did. San Francisco's here. I think they're like 19-0 when Purdy, Debo, and Trent Williams all 3 play, which is insane.
Jesus.
Riding high. I don't know who's going to beat them. Probably not going to be Dallas, let's be honest. Number 2 is Baltimore. All they do is just keep winning, go on the road, beat another AFC division leader. Number 3, Miami Dolphins. Welcome back to the show.
Good to be back. Come on.
Look dominant in the game, of course. You're playing the Jets, but you got to pummel these teams, and they did just that. Looked great.
A lot of people thought the Jets would win. A lot of smart people said that. A lot of smart people said the Jets would beat the Dolphins.
That's a little outrageous. Miami number 3, Detroit at 4. Welcome back. Dominant win at home against a team I had a little more confidence in Denver, and they just looked like shit the whole game. You got their coach, quarterback yelling at each other on the sideline. Not a great look.
No.
Number 5, Buffalo Bills. Welcome back. Dominant win. You guys are steamrolling. 3-3 in your last 6. But not a more dangerous team right now. Not a more dangerous team right now maybe than Buffalo. If you talk about teams that could beat San Francisco, Buffalo might be the top of that list.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way they're playing right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Honorable mention, Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Let me down, but still 10-4, and all 4 of your losses on the road. 3 of them are against really good teams. So tough. But honorable mention, there you go.
Yep, I like that.
The Chiefs, Kadarius Toney offsides away from a loss as well. But,
true. True.
Those are rolling, though.
They're hot right now. I don't know, man. The Bills are such a weird team.
A home win against the Jets. But
home win against the Jets, 32-6. Great job. You did it.
Home win against the Jets, Kadarius Toney offsides, and then a pummeling of Dallas. But
one good win.
Yeah.
They're back.
Obviously top to bottom here as well. Same one as everybody else in the world, really.
Yeah.
And probably the universe right now. Yeah. San Francisco 49ers. We've all said it. Just going to skip past them. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Baltimore Ravens moving up a spot with Dallas losing 8. I had them at 2 last week as well. Baltimore continues to roll. We said it. Cannot wait for these teams to play again.
Man,
how many times? This is like the 4th time this year where my 1 and 2 have played. And I love that. And that's just great to see football, and I'm excited. Number 3, Nate, I also have the Buffalo Bills. I was pissed, man. I thought I was going to be a shocker there with the Bills at 3, but
I can't ignore
the way they're playing right now and how good they look. Who wants to play them? You said it. This is right now, and you just see the Bills on your schedule, you're tweaking. And
genuinely, and not to cut you off, if I was told right now, hey, Dolphins AFC Championship game, you're in it, You have to go to either Baltimore or Buffalo. Where do you want to go? I want to go to Baltimore.
Yeah,
I do not want to go to Buffalo
No.
and play the Bills.
Not the way they're playing right now. They've
No.
gotten over some adversity,
Yep.
and now they're getting hot, and it's at the right time. And is this going to be the final of the season? They all put it together. Right now, it looks like they might
They look
be.
dang good right now.
Number 4, got the Dallas Cowboys here. Only because they're 7-0 at home, and the team behind them is 6-1 at home. But the Cowboys, just a tough loss on the road to a really good team that's in playoff mode. We
Yeah,
said it,
they
Bills,
are.
before the pod. They are in playoff mode, and Dallas obviously wanted that game. Would have been nice for a division hold, but at the end of the day, still a top 5 team, and a team that's going to fight in almost every game. Number 5, Miami Dolphins, just a beat down of the Jets. Got to put them in the top 5. Offense is rolling, defense figuring it out with Tyreek
coming back.
Yeah, exactly. It's just watch out. Just watch out. We got to hold on to this division, though. I want to see
I know, man.
Let's
I
win this
know.
division, and then you're chilling. And then you'll be grinning going into the playoffs.
There's a genuine path
Yeah.
to the number 1 seed
Yeah.
and to the number 7 seed.
Yeah, not scary.
It's like shit.
I mean, as crazy as it is, isn't there a genuine path to no playoffs?
Yeah, that is
It-
not
like,
impossible.
It would be heartbreaking.
At 10-7, that's not impossible.
That's not happening, though.
I don't
It's
think so
not
either,
happening.
but
Let's go.
I'll
Dolphins.
puke.
Number 6, I got the Browns here. I had them at 5 last week, but dropping them because Nate, you said it should have lost, but
Should've lost.
still believe in that defense.
Yep.
End of the day, they got to give Flacco time. Because
Yeah.
if you create pressure on Flacco, he's not going to be able to escape it.
No.
And he looks lost, but if he gets time, he can throw darts, and that's what he did. So Browns at 6. I will say, I want to say hello to those Bengals. Just saying hi.
They're just hanging out.
Just saying hi.
They're right there.
Not there yet, but man, I mean, since Brownings came in 34, 27,
He's looked
obviously
awesome.
came in against the Steelers and they lost, but still, since being a starter, getting a week full of reps, just watch out. Saying hi.
Yeah, they have really been like
'Cause
surprisingly
right now,
solid.
If you want to play them, it's like you just don't want to see the Bengals right now. The offense is humming. I get
Jamar Chase is that
for a
good.
week.
He is hurt.
Yeah, it looks
He
like
separated
might
his shoulder.
miss
It might miss like a little bit of time, so that's huge.
I saw that it might be 1 week, which
Oh,
is
okay, that's
crazy
nothing.
though. But
And they have Pittsburgh this week, so all they have to do is score 10 points.
yeah,
and they'll win.
seriously. Yeah.
Like, I think
It's
Cincinnati's
Mason
remaining
Rudolph.
schedule is very favorable. They do have one tough one, I think. Oh, no, never mind. They have 3 tough ones. Ha! Well, they go to Pittsburgh. They should beat Pittsburgh. They go to Kansas City. That's a
Tough
big
one.
one.
Yeah.
And then they host the Browns. But it is Cleveland on the road.
Yeah.
That could be for a playoff spot. I mean, that could be for a playoff spot, man. Holy cow. We will, when we get to them, we'll talk about them. But talk about falling flat on your face, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we have an early contender for the Gary Kubiak to like collapse award
Honestly.
winner. We've got an early, we got an early front runner, ladies and gentlemen. I've already been looking at those
Feel
awards.
bad
I
for
can't
Tomlin
wait.
because here it comes.
Oh yeah, gonna go under
Is
500.
1 year under 500 going to be what gets him chopped? Because people are calling for it in
They
Pittsburgh.
are.
I just don't get that.
Like,
but
okay, send him somewhere that would appreciate a good head coach because he's still got the.
I
juice,
get it
man.
because they're pissed that he built a staff that they feel like is shit.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, well, that's on you, Tomlin. Like, you built this, man. It is your call. Anything that happens here goes through you.
Yep.
So, Matt Canada, that was your decision.
That was your decision.
Everything that's been going on, especially their defense isn't as good as I thought it would be as well. So
30
it's like, man,
points
this
to
is
the
on
Colts,
you.
man.
This is on you, Tomlin, in the day. But still, it's no question. You can't get rid of Mike.
No, you can't.
Cannot get
You
rid of
absolutely
that
can't because what's waiting for
And
you on the other
they,
side?
you're still 7-7.
Right, you're
Come
7-7. I will say they've got Bengals in Seattle, in Baltimore
they're
to
due.
end it.
They're due,
They might
but-
go 8-9, or maybe they'll shock the world and beat the Ravens last week and guarantee Miami 1 seed. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? That'd be okay with me. But yeah, that Colts game was something, man. They like the Steelers were 7-4, 7-4 with games against Arizona, New England, and Indianapolis, and they have just shit the bed. Just
Heartbreaker.
shit the bed, man. I mean, that is so tough. Trubisky's no good. Their whole team is
Yeah,
just.
they're starting Mason Rudolph. I'm pretty
They are Iowa. They are Iowa of the NFL, but worse. But worse. So, those are power rankings for the week. We are getting into the nitty gritty. I love it. I love it. It's a fun time of the year.